Welcome to Shorthand Dictation Practice. Today's dictation, Shorthand Transcriptions, by Sir Kailash Chandra. Transcription number 83 at 80 words per minute. Get your pen and notebook ready. We will start the transcription in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Transcription number 83. So, we, in Parliament, are being asked to endorse the proclamation. At the same time, we have not been furnished with the report which the Governor had sent to the President. Now, how can we give our assent on a matter of such importance until and unless all the material facts warranting the proclamation under Article 356 of the Constitution are placed before us? Yesterday, the Home Minister said that this report contained only certain facts and figures with regard to the party positions in the dissolved Andhra Assembly. In that case, what is the objection to placing that report before us? It would not give us anything particularly new except certain arrangement of figures made by the Governor of Andhra with a view to advising the President as to the course he should take. We submit that his report contains something else. It was the duty of the government to place the entire report before us for the closest possible scrutiny and the most meticulous examination by members of this House and of the other House, because this report lies at the bottom of the whole thing. As far as the constitutionality of the action of the President is concerned, therefore, I submit that a fiat of the Executive is sought to be endorsed by Parliament without telling us the grounds on which that fiat had been exercised. Constitutionally, this is improper. Then, sir, the President also says that he had considered other information received by him. We have not been told yet as to what this other information was. Neither have we been told about the source of such information. I do not know exactly on what basis the President applied his mind to the subject. We know that we cannot make any reflection on the President. He is a very wise man, and wiser still, by virtue of the occupation of the presidency. But I think we can call in question whether his mind had been rightly applied in a matter of such great importance and national concern Our contention is that the President has not been in a position to apply his mind fairly and squarely to this subject, because the report which had been submitted to him had been perverse, distorted and false. Our contention also is that the other reports which had been submitted to him are not fully objective. Transcription number 83, continued, partially reconstructed, source page degraded. The following is reconstructed from a partially legible scan. Some phrasing is approximate. And all the more, this House ought to have been given these reports, since the government was so anxious to act on them. The least that could have been expected of them was to place this material before us. I think that the reports and maybe the government itself, once it had looked at the reports, may have found in them facts which do not fully bear out the case the government has sought to make in justification of the proclamation. In fairness and responsibility, I think Dr. Katju should have told this House what this report contained, rather than simply asking us to endorse a measure which is opposed on strong grounds by certain members of this House. Several important points have been made, and I do not think a satisfactory case has been made out in this matter, however much it may be argued that this is a democratic step. We say this is not at all a democratic step. We are proceeding on parliamentary lines, and we must be able to satisfy ourselves that there was no other alternative available. We have our own precedents to consider. It is well known to this House that there are other countries that observe their parliamentary conventions with far more scrupulousness. I imagine, for a moment, if a similar situation had arisen in Britain, would the Crown have acted in the same way? If a certain party had commanded even a working majority with the support of the opposition, I think in such circumstances the king would have called upon the leader of the party best placed to command the support of the opposition to form a government, and would never have taken a step of this kind without exhausting all constitutional alternatives. If this had happened in the United Kingdom, it would have been treated as a constitutional crisis affecting not merely one House of Parliament, but both, and a great deal of debate would have ensued. In India, we have many parties. No single party may command an absolute or even a comfortable majority. Ordinarily, when a ministry is formed, under such conditions, the head of state takes upon himself the responsibility of finding ways and means of ensuring that some party or some leader capable of commanding a working majority is asked to form a government so that the government functions with the confidence of a certain section of this house and outside it, without following such a course first. One does not take extreme measures. In the present case, the government has not been at all fair to certain sections and their legitimate feelings. This completes today's dictation. Practice well and see you in the next session.